Hey, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about something that's come up recently were questions from customers. What is included in a chimney sweep? And that's a great question because every company is going to be a little different. What's included, how they sweep a chimney, it's all going to be different from company to company. So I'm going to give you what industry standards are and what we do because we kind of step it up a little bit. But by industry standards, if this is not a sweep that's done because of a sudden occurrence or real estate transaction or a fuel change, industry standard is a level 1 inspection is included with a sweep. A level 1 inspection is flashlight, look around, and that's about it. No roof, no attic, no cameras inside, none of that. So that is not our standard. Our standard is a level 2 inspection. It is what's required in our industry. If it's a real estate transaction, if it's had a sudden occurrence, struck by lightning, chimney fire, if you're changing fuel, if you're switching from wood to gas, if you're installing those gas logs, you should have a level 2 inspection before you install gas logs. That's included. Now, in the actual sweep, also level 2 inspection, roof, attic, the actual chin scan through or a chimney camera. I use brand names because that's what we use. But when you go through, you should have picture report. If there's a crawl space underneath the house and it's accessible, we should look at that to see the foundation. All those things. So what it's not included is taking apart the fireplace to see things. So that's another level not included in a sweep. But sweeping, you're going to get all kinds of stuff. And in Houston, not as much Beaumont because that's our other market, but in Houston, what we're starting to see is people are calling things sweeps and they're sweeping out the area you put your wood in. It's just the firebox area. And then when they look up, they go, oh, well, the actual chimney or the rest of this is dirtier than it should be. And now we have to do an upgraded sweep and they're charging more for it. So that's when you see the $20 sweeps, the less than $100, even less than $200 at this point. You're generally getting something that's going to be incomplete. I'm not saying that 100% because I don't know everybody, but often it takes too much time. There's too much equipment involved to do it for that price. So for us, what we include, if this is a masonry fireplace, we rotary clean. Some people, that's an upgraded sweep and they charge you extra, but that is our standard sweep is rotary cleaning. We're going to clean it from top to bottom. We have vacuums that are specifically designed for the chimney industry that has like 5-stage filtration with HEPA being the last one. So we don't make your house dirty because if it's a standard shop vac, you're just going to spit the soot out all over your house. We've heard all kinds of stories about other companies that are doing that as well. So, but rotary cleaning, it's a brush that spins. A way we do it with manufactured fireplaces, not masonry, but manufactured fire in general, we call it Viper. It's a brush on a coil, and we actually kind of brush. That is going to be gentle enough where we're 100% sure we're not going to damage the inside of the chimney at all. We do occasionally, if it's dirty enough, kind of take a little bit more risk and rotary clean those if they're bad enough, because the other option is replacement. So at that point, we have to, if you let the maintenance get out of control, you're going to get glaze, which you're going to go from puffy stuff that can be swept out to glaze, which is like something that's been heated, cooled, and now it's shiny. It's creosote is the technical term, but soot, creosote is inside, and now it's been baked on to the inside. Sometimes rotary cleaning can get that out. Sometimes it can't. With masonry fireplaces, we can be a little less cautious. We can be a little more rough with it, and it will put up with it. When the metal flues on the inside, depends how it's been installed, depending on the type, depending on the age. Generally, we don't do that unless we have to. So, but we're going to vacuum out the bottom. We're going to inspect it top to bottom. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're going to show you if there's any flaws, and we're going to document that in an inspection report. So also, what comes with a sweep? For our company, and I'm speaking ours because I know ours best, but you're going to get a certified sweep. And when you ask if someone's certified, everybody's going to say yes. And the reality is they're CSIA certified, there is NCSG certified, Chimney Stamp Institute of America, the National Chimney Sweep Guild. There is NFI certifications, but when it comes to actual chimneys, NFI, well, it does cover wood, but mostly gas and pellet. But you're going to get a certified person. You're going to get us with proper insurance, which is commercial auto, general liability up to $2 million. Workers' comp, which is important, which most companies don't have, just in case someone gets hurt at your house. And just with a sweep, they can, if they're up on the roof, if they're in the attic or anything, or they can just trip and fall. It covers that. Now there's a special policy just for hazardous materials, because the creosote, the soot out of it, is considered a hazardous material. And if they make a mess, general liability often won't cover that. So you have to have the hazardous material policy. Also, we do professional liability. So if we miss something, just like a surgeon or anything else, we're covered for that as well. So is the homeowner. So certifications, proper insurance. You're also going to get a uniformed employee. They're going to have their certification badge on. You're going to have a van that has a logo. Just be real careful right now, because if you call one company, you'll get a different company. So there's a lot of companies that are online, look like companies, but they just sub out everything they do. All of our employees, I just said it, are actual employees. They're not 1099s. That's another thing that happens, is all the employees are 1099s. They're not even employees. So there is no workers' comp. There's no anything else, because all of them are subs. So be really careful. Know what you're getting for your money. If you have any questions, you can comment right now. I'm online, or you can put comments. I'll pick it up later. You can do virtual appointments online through our website. You can call in and ask questions to our marvelous Talk to Emily or Millie in the office, and we will answer any and every question you have to sort of give you, even if what's best for you is not us, we will give you that advice. I do that not all the time, but when it's appropriate, hey, if you care about price more than quality, then that's not really us. So that's it for today. Please like it, share it. I want to help as many people as possible, and we will see you next time.